Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Say goodnight to the bad puppy, come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again, my baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in a pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skid or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest And Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up.
This is Slappin 5's and Tellin Lies, and we back for another episode. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in to watch this. Today we got a tough one today, y'all. But it's the truths. Today you're gonna hear the truths from fathers that have lost their children to gun violence, to senseless gun violence. Let's just say it what it is. Today, special guests, we have Duane, we have Kevin, and we have Andre. I'm sorry, Andre. Duane is the father of Diamond
Hudnall.
Kevin is the father of Kevin Jr. Andre is the father of Jordan. So we're going to get into these stories, and a lot of times we don't hear the father. We hear the mother, and I'm not taking away from we want to hear everybody, though. Because the father might have a different truth than the mother. You know, sometimes men, we were raised to be strong. So sometimes we don't feel like we had that safe. Do you guys ever feel that? We're going to get into that later. But let me talk to you for a second, Duane. How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Okay. For everybody that don't know the story about Diamond, can you tell us who Diamond was?
Diamond was a bright, beautiful young lady. You know, ever since she was born, she was always caring about other people and stuff like that, like other people and things, like birds and all of this stuff. She always felt, you
like
know,
nature,
they
everything, right?
The whole nature and stuff like that. And she, getting to the story, she, you got to excuse me, but when I talk about it, you know, it does something to me.
There's no format here.
Okay. Diamond, it was New Year's Eve, right? And me and Diamond, she was talking, say, Daddy, I want to go to this party, right?
Okay.
And I'll never forget, she said, I need some dollars. I say, how much money you need? She said, $100. My last words to her, I guess you won't be going to the party. going to the party. So it was later on and stuff. So I guess she went on to the party with her so-called fiance and stuff like that. And I went out, and around 12:15, she texted me, Happy New Year's, Daddy. And we didn't do the Happy New Year's back there. Yeah, right. And I went ahead on home. About 1:15, my daughter called and said she had been shot. I said, shot? What you mean she's been shot? And stuff like, okay. So I get to the hospital and stuff, and she'll be all right. She just and then my son, he was there shot. He got shot too
at the same
event.
Okay.
But he survived, and it was another young man that got shot too. They did what they did at the hospital and stuff, and right now I watched her take her last breath, and they was doing the CPR and all of this stuff, and like I say, I watched her take her last breath. All right,
feeling the helplessness because it's
right.
really nothing.
It was my daughter, and I'm like, "Come on, Diamond, come on, come on, you can you can get through this. You can get through this." But she didn't, and next thing I know, the police they started doing their investigation, and the boyfriend he didn't want to cooperate and stuff like that. And come to find out, they was at the party and stuff like that, and the boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call him, some guys was out there shooting.
Okay.
He go downstairs, and me and my fiance fisting come on out the place. Won't y'all quit shooting? You in Detroit. Come on, you in Detroit. Ain't nobody go, who you?
Like, right.
Who you? You ain't gonna tell us what to do and stuff. So when my daughter, my son, and some more people came down there, the guy had quit shooting. So as soon as they came out, the guy started shooting again. It got my daughter, my son, and another gentleman. I still don't know who he was and
so
stuff like that.
Like shot into the crowd, just
as they was coming out the door. So from there, I got the phone call, and she was at the hospital and stuff like that, and then they couldn't find my son. So I'm thinking my son was, I'm thinking he gone, because they know, because they didn't know,
because
they couldn't find, and everybody looking like they didn't confused. What you talking about? What you talking about? But my son ended up getting to another hospital.
Okay,
and the people that my daughter was with, they put her in the car and took her to the hospital and stuff like that. So
they got separated in the commotion.
Right, they got separated and stuff like that. So from there, like I said, getting back to seeing my daughter taking her last breath and stuff, so the police came, and they was trying to, investigating and stuff like this. Let me tell you this. This is the first person that got murdered in our family. People that died and stuff, sickness and this, but murder is a different.
This is the first person that was taken.
Yeah. And it's things that I know now that I didn't know when my daughter got murdered and stuff like that. As far as the investigations I had, then they had 3 or 4 detectives, probably more than that. But the first detective, she was doing a job. She hit Bob, and they said all of a sudden she retired. She went somewhere else.
The detective, the head detective on the case.
Yeah, she retired and stuff like that. Well, moved to the feds. That's where she went.
This was in 2021, correct?
This is 2021.
Okay.
2021. All right. Then they gave me another detective. I had to keep calling him,
So there was no communication.
Right, no communication and nothing like that. So,
wow.
And I had to find out how come she wasn't, because she was on top of everything. She was calling and all of this. And then the way I found out that my original detective was gone, that had left, I kept calling because she didn't hear me, and then I finally caught up with her. Oh, she retired. She went to what? I said, well, how come you didn't tell me?
Why didn't nobody let you inform you? Right.
So it went from there to another detective, and then he started he and all of this stuff, and just
so
pushing my daughter.
Like they didn't take it seriously.
Right. Not like the first one, and then push my stuff down, further and further.
How does it stand today with the investigation? Have they any suspects?
Let me get back to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, you good. Good question. Come to find out, within 3 days, they knew the person.
Okay.
They knew him. Then it went from, we ain't got enough evidence and all of this stuff. We looking for a phone. We looking for a gun. Found the gun. The guy got DNA and all this stuff on the gun. I said, well, y'all got it.
Right.
No, we didn't have enough witnesses and stuff.
But they got the DNA.
They had the DNA on the gun and stuff.
And this a shooting at a party.
Right, at a party. They had cameras and all this. Right now, I haven't seen the film, but I did see her autopsy. And doing the autopsy, it just tore me up. So I really don't want to see the film.
I understand.
Because some of them saying that's when she got dropped. They dropped. That's when she got, and stuff like that. Right. And like I said, it was crazy and stuff. And right now, they get and the newest detective, she told me she had a different way to go on the guy. They geek you up. Okay, well, this is new detective right here. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then next thing you know, right back where it was the same spot. So now it's I guess it's in cold cases and stuff like that.
So it's almost like tell you something
to geek you up and
get you out of my face, and
right. And I'm not bashing. Trust me, I'm not a basher or nothing about DPD and stuff like that. I'm not doing no bashing. I'm just telling how my situation.
Your truth.
How my situation is.
It's your truth, man.
So, and then I got into a victims group.
Okay.
And it works. I tell anybody to get into a victims group, some kind of group. And we talking about professionals.
Yes.
We ain't talking about the ones that say, I can help.
Somebody just put something together
right,
on a whim, right.
Right. The ones I talk to, they're professional. They do work through DPD.
Okay.
They do work through DPD, so it ain't like I went out in the streets or something like that. They do. And they have helped me a lot for the last 5 years. And I forgot to tell you, when my daughter got killed, I end up raising my daughter, because it was me and Carla. That was the baby. That was Diamond's mother and stuff.
Okay.
She ended up passing a year later.
Wow.
So after that, the grandmother ended up passing. So it was like 3 generations we lost in a year and a half.
Starting with your daughter.
My daughter. And it's been rough, and I know it's been rough on the kids and stuff right now.
Definitely.
And, it ain't the females, it's not like that motherly love and grandmama love and stuff like that, on them.
Do you have any support? I don't know if you call it a support group, but like for the children.
My youngest son, he's doing counseling and stuff like that.
Counseling. That's what I said.
He's doing counseling, but the oldest one, it was so bad that he wasn't tricked. And then at a certain age, some of these groups and stuff, they private. Okay. They keep their stuff private. And when I say private, they need you to be focused on the situation. And my grandson, he was so toe up, he just didn't care.
Right.
You tell him something, he don't care. So he ended up getting dismissed from the group and stuff like that. So
it's hard.
And it is hard, because I know it's hard on me. So I know what they was going through, and and we got, like I say, the group that I'm in, and DPT, and the Toys for Tots and all that.
Toys for Tots, yeah, I know.
Toys for Tots and all that. It was a bunch of people that then came around. They didn't had Sergeant Santa.
Okay.
They didn't came out and did a lot for them.
Okay.
There's some things that wasn't able to do, but they doing now. And like the youngest one now, he's in PAL.
Okay,
you know, PAL basketball,
sports, right.
yeah, sports like that and stuff like that. And
Good program.
It's a great
we all
program.
Came up through
right.
I don't know if it was around, but I know I came up through.
Yeah, so it do a lot because they had a shoes and stuff, basketball shoes giveaway and stuff. Like
we gonna come back to some more of this because I want to get everybody in on. No, you're all right. But as far as like when we come to telling people that might be going through some of these same experiences and not know where to lean to or look for support, so we're gonna definitely talk about that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna circulate down, and then we're gonna all include everybody in when we come back to that. Okay.
No problem.
How you doing today, Kevin?
I'm good.
I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for having us.
Kevin, Senior,
Yes.
the father of Kevin Jr.
Yes.
For the people that might not know Kevin or the situation involving him, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, yeah. Kevin was a bright young man. He was a Detroit entertainer.
Okay.
Didn't graduate from high school, but he knew how to do taxes by day and dance by night.
Okay.
This nightmare began July the 14th, 2021. I wasn't in Detroit. I was in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
I think I got drunk that night. I don't remember, but my phone had been going off all night. And I didn't hear anything. So when I got up the next morning, calls constantly came. And they say, well, have you spoke to anybody in your family? I said, no. But at that point in time, I know something was wrong.
Right. The call's coming.
I mean, it came all night. Even the guy that I was in Columbus with, we was opening up a new company out there, and they was blowing his phone up.
Okay.
So when we woke up the next morning, I went to call, and I called his mom, and she said, well, he did. You know, I dropped the phone immediately and had to gather my thoughts. And jumped on a Greyhound, came back to Detroit, got off the Greyhound, had to go to the Wayne County morgue to identify him.
Right off the Greyhound.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Till the day, they don't know who shot. All we know is he was DJing at Dollar Bills over there by O.H. Pye Funeral Home. And it's been closed since that incident.
Is that Plymouth, I think? Yeah.
It's been closed since.
Okay.
They say guys come from both ends, from this end and this end, shooting. He was DJing, because you know it was a strip club.
Right.
He was DJing. I guess he went outside to smoke.
Break.
And the shooting began. People scattered. From the video, he was not the target. We don't know who the target was, but we know that two promoters that night got into it in the bar. Homicide say they spoke with him. It was what it was. But somebody called somebody. We know that for sure. Didn't nobody just pick Dollar Bills to come and shoot it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Till today, my son's case is in cold case. He had a detective. I didn't like him. He tried to spin me one time. Went to see him, and he tried to spin me. The police chief today was the deputy mayor back then.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there. I got an appointment with this guy. He gonna tell me he's out on the scene. You knew you had an appointment with me. So at that time, Deputy Mayor Batiste was there. He got on the phone quick, instantly, because they sent a sergeant downstairs to tell me he was out the building. No, you're not gonna tell me that.
Right.
I don't know what Deputy Mayor did, but I had commanders coming out of all offices, So eventually I did see him that day. And it's not to bash him, you know what I'm saying, because we do have one of the finest police departments in the United States, even though they are bogged down with murders every day.
People don't realize that. Every day.
And the first 48 hours is the most important of any murder.
Correct.
You know, but back to, you know, they didn't have no video of the guys, none of that thing, you know what I'm saying? I did look at the video. Kevin was concealed, but he was running into the bar and got shot in the back twice with an AR-15. So I couldn't look at the video, my daughter looked at it. And that's when we realized he was not the target. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it happens. How I deal with this every day, I stay busy. The first thing that I did was went to drug treatment and got my life together.
Okay.
I promised my son from that day forward, I promised God, my son, and myself, I would never take another drink. I would never smoke another piece of crack. And I've been clean 5 years today.
Amen.
But
Amen, brother.
that's only through the grace of God, because I've been shot 9 times.
Give God that glory.
You know what I'm saying? But I loved my son. I loved my son. How I deal with it, it's only through the grace of God. Because it's not a day that goes by that we don't think about our kids.
Right.
You know, I still got kids. I got grandkids. Kevin left me with 3, 2 boys and a girl. You know, and not to downplay my grandkids, because their grandmother keep us all in each other's lives right now. We have to have a dinner on a certain Sunday now. And that's something we never had. You know what I'm saying? We never had that. Because when we was raising our kids, it was about us.
Right.
You know, but it has given me a whole new meaning of family. Because I am the head of my family. And it taught me that I have to be the head of my family. But my kid's grandmother is also the head of the family. That's what keeps us together. Although me and her is not together, but she keep our family together.
Right.
This has been, I've been through a lot with this, but it also brought me in the lives of Police Chief Todd Bettison. I meet with him once a month. You know what I'm saying? It brought me and this brother together. Then it brought all of us together on our Father's Day brunch. And that's through Chief Bettison.
Okay.
You know, and that's through Chaplain Yolanda. We got some wonderful police. We got some wonderful people that works down at police headquarters. Just like he said, they gave him counseling. They offered it to me. I didn't want it.
Okay.
Because I was going to NA and I can deal with things through that. You know what I'm saying? And then I had my own outlets. Who thought today that I would be the president of my council in my building? Whoever thought I would shake hands with the mayor of the city of Detroit that knows my name?
Amen.
Councilwoman Renata Miller, Mary Waters. I know all these people personally now through the things that I have done in my life. So God brings a change about anybody. And sometimes it takes a life to make you realize where you are in life. You know what I'm saying? So by God taking my son, it opened my eyes to a whole lot of things that I needed to change about me. See, it's about me today. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
It is about me. And I love where I'm at today. And I'm at peace.
That's important.
I'm at peace. I'm at peace with him gone, because the first 3 years I couldn't think of nobody but him. That was 24/7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But today I'm at peace with it. I go to his grave every July the 14th. We have a balloon release every July the 14th. I got a daughter that's dead. We go to her grave every year on her death day. So it brought family together.
Together.
It taught me the meaning of family. when somebody to love you. Because when I was out there getting high, I didn't care who loved me and what didn't love me.
You weren't even thinking about no type of scenarios. Right.
So today, I can honestly say that, and this is only, I'm not a church person, but I do believe in God. And it's only through His grace and mercy. Kevin is on the map. He gonna always be on the map.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And he's on the heart of a whole lot of people. You know, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it go. By him being a Detroit entertainer, I didn't have life insurance on my son. These guys went out there and danced for a week straight. They brought me $18,000.
Man, shout out. I don't know who these guys are when he said these guys, but shout out to y'all, my baby.
You know, I walked in the funeral home with a bag full of money. Guy told me I ain't never had nobody bring me a whole bunch of singles. But we traded the singles in and got so many $100 bills, right? And he said, I've never been paid in cash like this. I had stacks of hundreds and ones. We got all the $100 bills we could get, but it paid for his funeral. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They came up with all this money.
He touched a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. You know? And it was great. I was grateful.
And you say he was a DJ?
No, he was a male exotic.
Okay.
Most people know him by, what was his stage name? I forgot his stage.
Somebody gonna be in the comments.
Oh, I forgot his stage name, man. But he was one hell of a dude, man.
In your situation, by it not being a direct, you know, he was like in a place wrong, like you say, wrong place at the wrong time. So that makes the investigation more difficult, I would think.
It is. It's a lot difficult. Like I say, his case just went to cold case. The guy that's handling this case had a tragic accident. But right now, my son's file is sitting on somebody's desk. And I don't want it sitting on somebody's desk.
Right.
So I was with the chief last week with his walk over on the east side. He said, make sure you call my scheduler and do what you got to do. So I will meet with him August the 5th at 2:30. I know he's going to have all the commanders up there and all the captains because you got an east side captain, homicide, a west side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they all going to be at the round table. It's a table bigger than this, but they all going to be at the round table and they're going to give me some answers.
Yeah, tell me something.
They're going to give me something.
I heard that, brother.
With that, I'm going to pass it to my man.
I heard that, brother. Andre.
Yes,
I was going through these stories, man, and this is like a parent's worst nightmare.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sitting here. It don't look like it, but on the inside, it's like I don't know if it's fear. It's like I don't know what I would do if something like this happened to me, man. I'm hurt for you guys as a black man, as a brother, man, and people out there that know something, do the right thing, man.
Speak up.
Speak up. Do the right thing, man, because this happens every day in the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
It need to be an answer, but we'll get into that. Tell us about, you know, for the people that don't know Jordan or the situation, tell us about him and what happened.
Okay. My son Jordan was my firstborn. Jordan was 23 years old when his life was taken away from us. Just an all-around good guy. You know, to this day, my wife and I, we can be out at dinner and somebody will walk up to us and say, hey, you're Jordan's parents. Jordan was a nice guy.
Okay.
23 years old, Michigan State graduate. He was a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
Okay.
He just came back from his conclave that was held in Tampa. We picked him up from the airport July 4th.
For people that don't know Conclave, talking about football.
No, Conclave is a big convention.
Okay.
For his fraternity.
Okay, I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, yeah. And oddly enough, and it's held every 2 years. So
okay,
their conclaves is this weekend.
Currently,
in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of sad because my son's not able to be there. You know,
one of them things that memories, one of them moments.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. Yeah, and we picked him up from the airport July 4th. Came out here to Oak Park for a family barbecue.
Okay.
At my niece's house. He sat down. We talked. We ate. A couple of his frat brothers came through and picked them up, and they went to other barbecues, celebrating.
Okay.
They eventually ended up on Cherry Line in Chalfont.
Okay.
Big old block party that was advertised on social media. Yeah. And so he's there celebrating. My wife and I and daughter, we're back at home. My other son, my youngest son, he was outside looking at the neighborhood fireworks.
Okay.
My wife said, hey, don't leave out the neighborhood. And if you do leave out the neighborhood, don't go to Detroit. We live in Romulus. Right?
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, okay, no problem, Mom. So, you know, I'm in bed, fireworks still going on. I'm asleep. I wake up around 12:53 and I have heartburn really, really bad. Like, it's burning in my heart. I get a call 10 minutes later from my son Chandler that wasn't supposed to have
left the neighborhood.
And he's on the phone. He's screaming, Dad, Jordan's been shot. And my wife and I, we jumped up. My daughter jumps up. We make this trip to Sinai Grace. And you can tell by the somber mood when you're walking through emergency door and, you know, all his frat brothers are there and just people looking, and the security guard, he took us straight back to the room. We knew it was a bad sign then. The doctor came in, said there was nothing that they could do, and asked if we wanted to go back and see him and ID him. We couldn't do that. I had to wait to go down to the morgue, and, you know, I was supported by family and friends, and we all went down there. Put his picture up on the screen. But what I seen, my son had the biggest smile on his face, which made me feel good. I feel better now, you know. But Jordan was caught in the crossfire of people just randomly shooting. There was over 200 people at this block party. And no one said anything or can say anything except for there were shots fired from this field over here and shots was being returned. I hear what Mr. Batiste said, wrong place, wrong time. I don't like that saying because I feel that you should be able to be anywhere you want.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
So the case really hasn't moved anywhere because the community isn't speaking.
And it's an issue that witnesses, in a situation like that, but with so many witnesses.
Yeah, the community is not speaking. Well, when I said I had heartburn at 12:53, that's the time.
That's the time.
My son was taking his last breath. And it's like, it's kind of ironic, man. Like, I felt my son taking his last breath. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
You know, yeah, you know, we just take it day by day, one day at a time.
And this was in 2024?
This is 2024, July 5th, early morning. I got the call at 1:03.
So no frat brothers, nobody.
No, well, they were all ducking. You know, one got grazed.
So it's basically bullets coming through the crowd. They wouldn't know
It wasn't
in the direct vicinity he was in, except which way the bullets came from.
Absolutely. And another tripped out thing is, my son that was supposed to be in our neighborhood was on his way to pick my son up from the party. So his frat brothers wouldn't have to drive.
Back to Romulus. Wow.
And he was on the phone when he heard the shots, and he started yelling, Jordan. Psst. Location, he found, followed the location and walked up on his brother. You know how that, I see the hurt in my youngest son's eyes. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't make him go do counseling. I want him to do counseling. I can't make him do counseling.
Man. In a situation like that, what does the police say to you? You're a detective.
Jordan was not the intended target.
I heard that too.
It was celebratory shots. I don't know what the hell celebratory shots mean.
I was going to ask you that next.
The 4th of July.
What type of thing is that to, like, I don't even know. You know what? I want to ask all of you this. When you talk to these police officers, these detectives, and, nobody's no dummy. Nobody's no, when they tell you stuff to just, because to say that is like, anybody on the street could have said that to you. Like, you are the professional, you're the detective. I didn't come here to hear you tell me that. I'd rather you tell me we still looking into it, we're doing everything, but to give me, there was, if you know that's what they were, who shot them?
Well,
who shot the shots? I'm not asking you directly. I'm like if I was talking to the.
It's the community, bro. It's the community. They need to speak up.
The community is protecting.
It's the community. You got to take your community back and speak up. That's basically the bottom line. You got over 200 people out there and you can't tell them nothing?
Nothing.
And it's like, come on. Crime Stoppers got a $2,500 reward out there, right? Jordan has a $25,000 reward out there. Not $2,500.
$25,000.
It's a $25,000 reward out there.
Nobody jumped at it.
No, you just you get every now and then they may get a hit, but it may be girlfriend mad at the boyfriend type.
Yeah, I think this is just my thinking. Sometimes they tell you something you think they think you need to hear.
That's what I was saying when he was talking.
And my thing is, and I've always told all the detectives that's in charge of my son's case, be straight up with me. If you ain't got nothing, I can't make you
want to
happy.
hear, though. I'm not here for you to make me feel better. I'm here for the facts and to see who did this to my child.
Now, by me knowing who the chief is, and I can pull some strings now, I get answers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not what I want to hear all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I want to hear all the time.
Yeah.
But in reality, the community don't speak.
Yeah.
Nobody. If you stay quiet, but wait till it happened to you.
And that's what I always say.
Wait till it happens.
You guys don't want anything that we would want if we was in the same situation.
Yeah. See, he has a better relationship, or he has a relationship with the chief. We were building a relationship with the old chief, Chief White. And so we had that rapport with Chief White. And the way Bedison is reciprocating to him was the way Chief White
was reciprocating.
I just haven't been able to build that relationship with him.
But I'm finna see to it that he can. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna see to it that all of us can.
And
We need answers. And if you don't have them, don't just tell me some bullshit.
Exactly.
I don't want you to kiss my ass. None
of that.
Be straight up with me. Just be straight up.
That's
if
all
you
we
ain't
want.
got nothing. See, the thing of it is with Kevin, after my daughter viewed the video, Kevin is dead because Kevin ran. Had he stayed where he was, he'd still be alive today.
But when you're in it,
But
you don't
know what you do
don't know,
until you're in
right.
it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
And
like,
sometimes you're running, you don't know the direction they're coming from. He did, in my eyes, he did nothing wrong.
well, survival.
The people that was shooting
Survival
the
kit.
guns did something wrong. He was where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, but I just this is a part of a learning experience of life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And my heart goes out to mothers, fathers, all of us who have lost somebody that was very dear to us. See, because I never thought me and my son would have the relationship we had, because he was a bad little motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. You say, Kevin, don't go down the street. Kevin around 10 blocks away from the house.
You
'Cause
trying
that's
to
what
keep
he
him from around the corner,
did.
he
That's
10
what he
blocks,
did.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he called me up to Henry Ford one time, and they had the little gang up there. He said, but Daddy, I'm gonna fight them all. He said, but I want to fight them one by one. And he took the little boy out there, and they throwing. He said, nigga, you hit like a bitch. Dropped out, and then he went to the next one. But that's the type of person he was. You know what I'm saying? And I never knew that I could be really thicker than thieves. He go shopping, I go shopping. You know what I'm saying? My son used to take me shopping all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope my son watching this, man.
But he was my baby.
Right.
It's not because he bought me something. That's because he came out of these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
we drew a close relationship, and that's what real men do.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of real black men.
We don't.
Number one thing is brothers is jealous of brothers.
Competition.
Any other race can get together and do whatever they need to do. They can live in one house for 15, 16 years, but they gonna get money together. But let somebody see you getting money, and they're gonna be jealous of you instead of saying, come on, brother, we can do this together. There's a lot of things as black people we can do together. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I approached this brother, man, and he was like, I got you, Mr. Batiste. Because I had started Kevin's foundation, and it was called the Batiste Foundation for Murder Victims. And what I wanted to do, remember we talked, I wanted to come in, I wanted to have benefits where people donate money, where we can help families of murder victims pay for the funeral. They can't afford it. Everybody can't. Black people don't even know nothing about insurance.
Man, and funerals is higher than funerals at an all-time high right now.
Man, but a lot of people want to have that extravagant funeral. What happened to just a simple funeral?
You know, when they glamorize stuff on, it's our people. I hate to say it, but it is. You see something, oh, they had this, I want to get that. But we talking about death. Let's talk about life. My thing is, the fix is, let's get the people that's doing all this negative shit out the way. And only way that can happen is if somebody talk up. You know, we always say the black community, and we talk about what the black community is doing. We never talk about what the black community is not doing for each other. We shouldn't have parents up here that's, these children were lost, were taken from them, not lost. They were taken from them, senseless. In each one of these situations, the children had nothing to do with the situation. Like you said, it's no wrong place. I agree with you. It's no wrong place. And you should be able to be where you at.
Absolutely.
And not have to worry about something like that happening to you.
Absolutely.
What is something you guys think that, of course, speaking up, but like to help, what can the community do to, like me? I don't know anything about the situations, but what could people do that's watching this could do to help?
First of all, we need to call on our community activists. You know what I'm saying? We all sit down as one and start communicating with each other. Like we got the Detroit 300. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Detroit 300. They're making some noise. Mama Shoe making some noise.
We have a lot of community-based groups that are doing what they're supposed to do, but the rest of us ain't. You know what I'm saying? I think if we come out as one and start acting like people, because a lot of us don't act like human beings.
You know, I call my sons, I call it a situation. I guess I haven't really accepted the fact. I don't call it a murder.
Okay.
Because it is what it is. But I always refer to it as a situation. But through Jordan's situation, I feel like it has actually brought me out to be, or turning me into like a community activist.
Okay.
In a way where I'm trying to reach fathers, brothers, uncles, and trying to give us all a platform or a place, safe place where we can sit down and have conversation.
Right.
Not only about grief, financial, life.
Me and self.
Yeah.
Things that matter to me. Right. I understand.
What you shared with us earlier today.
Right.
Health. But at the same time, have conversation about how we take our community back.
That's
now you're in the works of putting a foundation together for this purpose, right?
Well, I have a foundation.
Okay, tell us the foundation name.
The Jordan D. Thornhill Memorial Foundation.
Okay.
And inside of that foundation, my program is a Father's Purpose.
Okay.
Where I'm going to branch out and do the mentoring and reaching out to, the fathers and men.
You know what? Now,
go ahead.
All three of our situations is different. All three of us. Everybody's going through different things and stuff like that. Yours, mine. And what's unique about, I ain't going to say unique. Bottom line, I'm raising my grandkids. I'm 65 years old. There's nowhere in the world I was supposed to be raising a 10-year-old or 18-year-old. Back then it was 15 and 13. Mm-hmm. I retired. I worked 32 years with the city of Detroit.
Wow.
When I retired, I planned on retiring.
Right, exactly.
This situation came to me, because their grandmother, like I was the finance. Hey, I'm going to work, blah, blah, blah. Right. Here, you take care of this. Right. You take care of that. We need money to do this. We need money to do that. All right, then.
That's your position.
When Diamond, she grown, got on her own and stuff like that. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, I'm retired and blah, blah, this, I can do what, but I guess God had another plan, and to be 65, kids, first thing, the grandkids, there's, oh, you old. You old. This is back when you was what? Did you ever do this? No.
Technology kids. Right.
They technology and stuff. And it's been a trip. Like I said, I didn't have help. I didn't have wonderful help. Because doing this stuff alone, it's more than a notion.
And everybody grieving at the same time.
Right. Everybody grieving, everybody grieve difference and stuff like that.
And that's what I'd like to piggyback on too. This is not cookie cutter.
Okay.
Right.
Everybody's different.
Right. Everybody's different.
You got. But your walk is different, and I'm new in my walk. Uh-huh. He's further along in his journey. But the bottom line, the one thing that we share is we lost our child. Yeah. We lost our baby.
Somebody took y'all baby.
And, they was taken, because we had a discussion in my group, and one of them is the way we grieve different than other people grieve. You hear these people out here, I lost my child, but you knew your child was sick. Right. You know, it's different
when it might be a possibility and you know it already.
Right, and you know
it still hurts. Like
it hurts. It hurts.
Out the blue, not.
You knew.
I understand.
Your son, daughter, you knew there was sick, and there's a chance that blah blah. Well, my son, my daughter, they had cancer. Okay, I feel sorry for you. I know you're grieving and stuff, but I talked to mine 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, and then next thing you getting a phone call, they dead. What you mean you dead?
Right.
What you mean dead? And it's a whole lot of people, they don't understand that. They'll say, well, I lost mine. Okay, you lost yours, mine was taken. Mine was murdered.
That's just the wrong thing to say.
And there's a whole lot of things that they be saying, people be saying. I know they probably don't mean harm.
It's not a competition, though.
Right.
You should never say, "Well, I lost mine too." It's not a competition.
It's kind of crazy because we shouldn't be burying our kids.
Exactly.
You're absolutely correct.
Exactly.
They should be buried.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Just to say, man. I mean, I know we don't have that much time left, but I want to say to every man. If you are close with your kids, take them, you hug them, you kiss them, you do whatever you have to do to keep them out these streets.
Right.
Because these streets don't play.
They don't love you either.
They
do not love you.
I think we talked about it before I came in, and I'm 67. Mm-hmm. When I come up, we had 1,300 Bobian downtown.
Yeah.
Motherfucker wouldn't go downtown with no pistol talking about shooting.
Right.
Not what they doing today.
It's watered down, if you ask me today.
And the thing of it is, we got laws against this and we got laws. But if you go back to the stress days, when they was out here whooping ass.
When they was out there doing it, yeah.
It was different. You know what I'm saying? So, we can't, look, we always want to blame the police. We can't blame the police for everything. Because they can't be everywhere. I'm finna sit down and talk to the chief next week about walking the beats again. You know what I'm saying? We got to go back to the old school.
You got to go to the old school, but I believe you got to come up with newer strategies as well because you got new technology now.
But most of the time, they out here telling themselves all thing you got to do is get on social media. Get on social media.
Yeah.
I know they got a squad or what you want, a department to do that.
You know what?
When social media first came out,
I do,
and they started showing the girls fighting.
Yeah, I remember.
I said that. Why you couldn't tell me that to my face? You ain't had to go online to tell me that.
I want to ask you guys this question, and briefly, I have each one of you answer it before we get off here. because men grieve differently than women. I know as a man, I was raised to hold a lot of stuff in and not show weakness, not show. How does that affect you? And you they looking for you as the strength in your family, the man of the house.
So with me, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I want each one of you. It don't matter which. Let's start this way. Okay.
With me, I cry. You know, you're right. As a black man growing up in the city of Detroit,
right?
Man, you ain't supposed to cry.
Right.
You punk.
Yeah,
You ain't supposed. Man, shit. If you ain't no real father, then you don't know love. Mm-hmm. And if you know love, you gonna cry.
Exactly.
When I sat down with Mr. Batiste and we was just talking, and I seen the hurt in his eyes. That messed me up. I got other friends that kids was taken from them that I invited, but they couldn't make it.
Okay.
And I feel for them. I see they hurt. They cry. I did when I did the Father's Day brunch the first year. I talked about crying. Brother, it's okay to cry.
It is.
And I had, I hope headline it this year.
It's okay.
When a father weeps, it's okay to cry. Let it out, bro, because if you don't, you're just going to explode.
True.
Let me hear from you. Yeah.
They say real men cry. Real men. I've always had this notion real men don't cry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I try to keep this persona that I'm this old rough, tough ass nigga.
You ain't the only
I'm really
one.
not. You know what I'm saying? But the only person have seen that side of me are my kid's mother. You know what I'm saying?
Because you.
Yeah, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? I might not weigh, but I think I weigh 149. Man, I'm one of the toughest, brothers around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. My kid's mother said, nigga, we've been together 22 years. I ain't never seen you cry. I just recently lost a brother. After I got clean and serene, and me and them started going to Burt's playing bid whist every Tuesday night, which I still do.
Okay.
Lost him to cancer August the 5th of last year. Turned around this year, lost his daughter to cancer.
Wow.
Which was March the 15th. You know what I'm saying? So my family has been through a lot. But, my sister-in-law, she and I'm that brother-in-law, I got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? But she has her days. She has to call me brother. It's not a good day. I need to come around and holler. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I get by myself and I do me,
Yeah.
And it's another thing. It's all right to me to let your kids, your grandkids and stuff see you cry. And then you can explain to them what's going on, how you feel. And I want to say one thing. I want to say a prayer to the Herring family that their son got killed up in Pontiac, and the Chris Webb family that their son got killed earlier in the month and stuff. I send them my prayers.
Prayers.
Yeah. Thank you.
And in closing, I just want to say we need justice for Diamond, we need justice for Kevin, and we need justice for Jordan. We need justice for Tyler. We need justice for Khalil, and we need justice for Martinez. We need people to speak up, do the right thing, because if it happened to you, I promise you, you would want somebody to say something. Say something. And it's not snitching. Well. It's not snitching. You're just telling the truth. I'm sorry for cutting you off. No, you're right.
It's not snitching.
I want to thank you guys for coming out today and sharing your story. We out of time. I want you to know that you're welcome to come back to my platform anytime, man. You got some other guys that want to come sit in. If you need me off of the platform, you need me to show up, whatever. If I can do it, I will. And
appreciate it.
Let's start changing the mentality of these people, and get some justice going around here. Justice for these babies. I see you, Meek. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. My prayers is with everybody that's going through something similar, close, or the same thing.
I'm glad you had it, because we can talk about this all night.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Say goodnight to the bad puppy, come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again, my baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in a pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skid or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest And Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up dolo. You see his merch, he probably pissing on the logo. Or out with the ladies taking photos. Hold on, the first puppet on Kid L is overflow. Them other guys is telling lies, Pinocchio. I let my baby know it's on the flow.